welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your friendship. A special thank you to everyone who has left comments below my videos this month. I will be drawing a new name for the free tarot reading, so be sure to drop your comment below, hit your notification bell and your like button, and it'll help me to bring you guys new content, and then I'll be able to notify you if you're chosen the winner. If you are on this channel or you have found this channel for the very first time, we want to welcome you here, and we want to welcome you into our soul family. I do pick a card readings on this channel, so if you're into tarot, please pull up a chair, grab yourself a cup of tea, and we'll have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather here together. Be sure to drop your comment below as well for your chance to win a free reading with me too. And I do draw those names a couple of times a month, so be sure to consistently leave comments because you never know if lightning can strike twice. For today's pick a card reading, we're looking at who is spying on your social media and why. So who's keeping tabs on you online and why are they watching you? We have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1 with the cat tarot, and we have this piece of chalcedony, I think it's called. I probably say it wrong, but it's beautiful. Pile number 2 here with the Everyday Witch Tarot, and we have this beautiful piece of citrine. And pile number 3 here with the Muse Tarot and this crystal point. I'm sorry, clear quartz point. Whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today from Spirit. If you need more time, you can pause the video to meditate on which pile is calling your name, and my timestamps will be listed below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today's topic is all about who is secretly spying on your social media and why. Pile 1. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to the beautiful piece of chalcedony. I'm just going to put that in here, and this is your reading, the Cat Tarot. And who is secretly spying on your social media and why are they keeping tabs on you? So who is secretly spying on pile 1 social media? Be sure to, I'm dealing with the collective today, so be sure to take what resonates and leave what does not. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can try a different pile or a different reading. And it's really important in these messages that you don't make it fit to your situation. If it's meant for you, you will hear the message. You will know that it's meant for you. Ooh, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse position. So the Page of Swords is a watcher. We have the World, and there's the online component. You could have gone to school with this person. There could be a school connection or some sort of school or work connection with this person, particularly school. You could be currently going to school, or this could be a slightly past situation. Page of Wands. And this person could be the type of person that when you're with them, they wouldn't even give you the slightest inclination that they like you or even know you. I feel like they don't even they don't make it known that they watch you. If they know you from school, for instance, they don't make it obvious when you're around them that they're looking at you, that they're thinking about you, or that they could be watching you online. But they definitely have a curiosity that is riled up by the temptation of you. And the truth is that this person doesn't know you very well. It doesn't feel like they know you very well because they're trying to gather information, and they like you a lot, but it's based on pure physicality. So there's a sense of them liking what they see so far, but not getting a chance to really speak with you perhaps, or really get to know you very deeply yet, but they want to. Because what they see so far, it tests their strength because it makes them feel insecure, because they really, really want to explore where this could go, where this attraction could go. So you can see how focused this Page of Wands is, just so curious about you. But it's because they find you so attractive, and it's the way you carry yourself. You could be a very, you know, a very snappy dresser or something. It's just the way that you carry yourself. There's something very flamboyant about you, or something very colorful about you, Spirit says. Something very colorful. You have the Ace of Pentacles. And this person feels very shy. And it might come across as like resting bitch face. You know how people say, oh, they have a resting bitch face? But oftentimes if you actually approach someone with a resting bitch face, you'd realize that that's just their face and that they're just really, really insecure and they feel shy to come out of their shell and talk to people. So I feel that there's like a real sense of shyness about this person. But if you look at them, you might think, oh my gosh, they don't like me because of the way they carry themselves in your presence. Because they're scared to talk to you and they really want to. Here's the Two of Pentacles. And it feels like very young energy. Like this feels like a very young energy. They could be, well, they could be an earth sign. They could be a fire sign, or they could be an air sign, potentially. We have here the Ten of Wands and we have the Queen of Wands. And they could be a little bit younger than you as well, this person who is secretly spying on your social media. They could be a little bit younger because you cast a really long shadow. And in the very least, if there's no age discrepancy, it's about the attraction level or the attraction difference between the two of you, because you could be that Leo or that Sagittarius or that Aries. You could be just, people gravitate to you, specifically Leo. They could gravitate to you. But that, again, casts a bit of a shadow of doubt for people who feel like they pale in comparison, or they're shy, for instance, because you might be somebody who is a lot louder than them. Or it's like you make your presence known. If you know them from school, you make your presence known there. And they're not that type. They really recede into the background and they're a watcher. That's why they cruise your social media so much. But they do want to communicate with you, and they almost have this fantastical, they've come up with these plans, multiple plans. They've over and over these fantasies of like, maybe I should shoot my shot. Maybe I should talk to this person. Maybe I should. And they keep thinking about that and then going back to the drawing board, thinking about what move they should take and then going back to the drawing board, to the point where they're now kind of burdened by all of those tangible, not even tangible plans, but the fantastical plans that they made towards you. They're a little bit burdened by the unknown, because every time they delay in actually taking action towards you and you're completely unnoticing, unbothered by it, every time they do that, they are fueling themselves with more insecurity. Right? It's like delaying a leap off of a cliff. The more we hesitate on that edge, the less likely that we're actually going to take that leap of faith. So here's the Emperor energy, very strong Taurus. And there's the Queen of Pentacles. And you can see that this Emperor, he's wearing this cone of shame. And it's collaring around the neck, around the throat chakra, because this person doesn't have enough security or enough self-confidence to come forward towards you at this time, because they think you're so good looking and they think you carry yourself so well. There's this strong sense of like independence and intelligence and fire in you that they find really charismatic and they find really enticing, but they're also really, really scared to shoot their shot because they're afraid that they're just going to pale in comparison to you. So there's even this sense of like a leopard energy of like hiding in the shadows a little bit. Let's see here. Let's get some clarifying cards. Who is spying on Pile 1 social media, and why are they doing so? We have the Six of Pentacles, synergy, gratitude. If there is an age discrepancy, it's not huge. I'm not talking a huge discrepancy, but again, there is a connection to school or a practical realm here with the Six of Pentacles. This is a place where perhaps you met them in a place where you're giving and receiving information, or you're getting information from something, so some sort of educational realm. We have the Emperor sideways, not confident, not sitting in the upright, because they feel compelled to take leaps of faith, but they feel really weak because they don't have the courage to take control and take charge of the situation. Very strong Taurus energy again with this person. They could be a Taurus. Five of Swords, strategy and resilience. And the problem is that they are resilient, but their strategies don't work. Their strategy of just watching you is not working, because it's causing and precipitating more delays. And so they do convince themselves, when they fantasize about taking action, their ego comes back at them and says, yeah, but what if this blows up in your face? What if they reject you? What if, then what? Like, what if they reject you? You have the strength, courage, and endurance. And I will say that I feel like this person has been keeping tabs on you online for a while. It's been a long period of time. This elephant is a symbol of strength and endurance. It's talking about longevity. And the truth is that if they can power through and actually execute this intention of communicating with you, because that's the first step for them, to be honest with you, right now, their focus, their obsession is just talking with you. They just want to talk to you. They just want to be able to say, hi, my name is, and fill in the blank. That's what they want. But that is what is testing their strength the most. But to be honest with you, even though that seems like such a small step for you, because you seem to be someone that is able to, or at least in their eyes, they think you have the confidence to just present yourself. This is a big deal for this person because they're really shy. They're really, really shy. But I feel like they'll be met with positive feedback from you. Like I feel like there could be a mutual attraction here, ultimately, if they made themselves known. Because I just saw the Sun card. And we have the Four of kind of crystals, control and security. And back of the deck is the Ace of Shells, happiness and abundance. And we have the Page of Swords. We started with the Page of Swords, not feeling confident in his position. Here he is upright, but it's this raccoon. So as much as this person feels really negative about themselves, the truth is that they have everything in their wheelhouse to succeed with you. They're good looking enough, for instance. They have all of the attraction elements that you would find attractive too, and they don't have to worry as much as they are worrying. But that is a beautiful reflection of how we don't see ourselves the way that the collective see us, and how sometimes our negative opinions of ourselves really need a second look instead of double downing on our negative feelings about ourselves. It really requires and deserves a second look. They still have intentions though. They have intentions of communication. That's their very first step, is intentions of communication. And this Ace of Cups is talking about surrendering to a new emotional starts once that happens. And I feel like that's the biggest hurdle for this person. I feel like it'll almost be easy sailing for them from this point forward, but they are being really patient about their approach because they are waiting for that courage to kind of kick in. And so you may have to wait until this person sort of comes forward and makes themselves known, but they definitely have the intentions to do so. And they have all the resources they actually need to accomplish. They're really smart. They're really capable. They just don't feel that. And they also don't feel like the attraction is reciprocated in this moment. Who is secretly watching pile 1? And why? Why are they keeping tabs on your social media? We have here jump in. Adventure, say yes to change. It reminds me of the Fool. Again, very young energy with this person. It doesn't feel like this is an old age group that we're dealing with today. It feels like very youthful energy, exciting. It's filled with possibilities. We have here Star Keeper, seed the light by staying grounded. And that's where they're stuck. Here we have new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. This new earth is a new foundation that they hope to form with you. This person is crushing super hard on you, and they dream of a new foundation, but they also are burdened with the fear of that unknown, the fear of perhaps being rejected. So they're stuck between a rock and a hard place a little bit, because they're stuck between this jump in energy and taking that leap of faith, and their ego telling them stay grounded, stay where you are, don't take that leap of faith. You're safe where you are. Your fantasies are safe where you are, but they know that practical steps can fulfill those fantasies. So they're being influenced right now, heavily influenced by this attraction to you, by what they're looking at. And their higher self is using their sort of spying, they're peeking at you. They're using that to help combat this internal conflict that their ego keeps flooding at them consistently. And to be honest with you, their higher self is winning. So I feel like there will be delays towards this new earth, but I feel like this person is going to make themselves known and come forward and talk to you. You may already be aware of them. They just don't feel like you are aware of their attraction to you, and they don't feel like they're a part of your inner circle in this moment. Why are they spying on pile 1 social media? We have here be in the present and dream of the future, number 40. They're spying because they want more. They're dreaming about the possibilities, and what they see online is helping them to fuel that fantasy. It's giving them a focus that keeps their optimism high. And we have, I love you. These are powerful words, number 20. And the reflection, it's number 20 because it's about the judgment. And that's what they're thinking about. They're thinking about, first of all, the fire, but ultimately they want to surrender into a new emotional start. That's what this person's ready for. But I love that it's all the aces and the pages. You know, it's all of these new, fresh opportunities. And that's what they're ready for a brand new, fresh start. There's a lot of innocence surrounding this person. It says rest and relaxation is essential. We all have the fundamental need to take a break, and that's why I feel like they will delay some of that contact towards you. Let's get a look at some of their thoughts. What are some of their thoughts as they watch secretly online? What do they think about when they're spying on pile one's social media? It says, I'm making plans. That's what they're doing. They're using the fuel or they're using their view of you to fuel this plan of wanting to explore this connection. It says the pressure is building because they're feeling this momentum with the pressure of the Ten of Wands to reveal themselves or to make their intentions known with you. You are the only thing that I lie about. And I'm addicted to you in this connection. So it's become a bit of an addiction to spy on you. They do it so often that it's become a bit of a habit. Where are you? Where have you been? So when you don't post for a while, they start to get a little bit jonesy because it's been a bit of an addiction. They are trying to be logical when it comes to actions towards you. And at the end of the day, I want it to be you and me. Oh, that's so sweet. I want it to be you and me at the end of the day. Let's get one more. We have truce. It's like, do you feel the same way as well? And back of the deck says, do you ever think about us? They don't think that you do, to be honest, but in their wildest fantasies, they kind of hope that you do, that you're as well, that you're pining for them too. What are some of their thoughts that they think about when they are spying on pile one's social media? I'm going to take action, but I'm just planning my approach. And they're saying, I'm making plans for you. And I feel a lot of momentum with this person. Like they are focused with, look at I keep laughing because I keep looking at that cat's face. Look at how focused that they are on taking action and pursuing this spark that they feel. I've thought about surprising you with a date. But this armadillo in the Five of Swords, their internal conflict, their ego tells them to protect themselves against that type of inspiration. I keep a close eye on your social media. And I act happy, but I'm not happy. So they're wearing masks in the environment that they know you from. Again, very strong school element to this person. Perhaps it could be work as well. It's a place where you learn a lot, where you're learning new skills. So it definitely could have a work component. And I want to reconcile with you. So they want to come forward. They want to reveal themselves. And they do talk about you to other people as well. So other people in their life, perhaps friends, for instance, would be privy to this huge crush that they have on you, pile one. So that's kind of exciting. So if you know who this person is, drop a comment below because I'm a very curious creature. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number one, please. What was the last thought that this person had about pile one in the bowl? We have the Page of Wands and the Three of Wands sideways. So that Page of Wands is sort of like the theme here in the center of your reading, the curiosity. And that was the last thought that they had. They checked in on you recently, and they start to feel inspired to take some sort of action to reach out to you suddenly. And then there's a bit of a stagnation, a bit of a delay because it feels like fantasy. And it's a big deal if they come forward. Like they really feel like if they come forward, it could really jumpstart a new emotional start. That's what they want. That's what they want. They want it to be the two of you at the end of the day. And their intuition is pushing them to do just that. I like this person's energy. It's very sweet. Oops. We have Anne. We have here the honeycomb cells and they're empty, Five of Pentacles. So somebody who's fearing that they'll get rejected, or somebody who doesn't feel like they have a lot to offer at this moment. They don't have a lot of coin, for instance. We have here the leaf of change, but there's a bite out of it because they're being tempted to take on a task of change. We have the Rose of Hope. We have Virgo. And we have here the mermaid, which is a siren who calls us to the deep. So they're very attracted to you physically. Here's the divine feminine star, and you're like a celebrity to them in a sense. It's like you are up on this pedestal. They wish upon you. You definitely seem out of their league for sure. We have the cupcake reversed. And then when I see the cupcake, I do think about somebody who wants their cake and eat it too. But in this case, it's reversed. And I feel like a lack of confidence from this person. We have here the shamanic feather and baby feet. And there's a sense of baby steps that lead to brand new, fresh perspectives and a healing cycle. We have a dime. From, let me see if I can see the date, from 2001, and I think about the Six of Swords and transition, and somebody who might need a little boost. If you know this and who this person is and you like them equally, you might want to give them a little bit of a boost, a little bit of confidence. And we have the sewing machine, so mending. I also think about October and the 10th of any month as well with the dime, so please take that as it resonates. All right, pile one, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, please be sure to drop that comment below. And if you drop a comment, be sure to subscribe and hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for this month's chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my other links below for a personal reading if you feel called to on Etsy. And I have a link down there for Instagram as well. But I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope that you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the beautiful citrine point, or to the Everyday Witch Tarot, and this is your reading. Who is secretly spying on your social media, and why are they doing that? So we're going to start with the who. I'm sure the why will come out right along with the who at times too. So let's see. Who is watching pile 2 social media, and why? Always remember to take these messages as they resonate and leave behind those that do not feel right to you, with the understanding that energy is always in constant motion. If the message is meant for you, you will know. Don't try to force the messages to fit your scenario. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Three of Cups. This is somebody who has been watching your social media for a while. I will say that there's been a longevity here because they've shown patience and a lot of it's like a lot of practice has gone into it. It's like she's carefully tending that pile of grapes. So there's even a sense of friendship associated with this situation too. But there's also, it's deeper than friendship. There's flirtation associated with this, and there's almost this temptation or intoxication surrounding the grapes too. This is somebody who really wanted an opportunity with you, really wanted to shoot their shot, but they held back in the past. And it could be because you moved into a friend zone with this person. And you may have spent time with this person in a group of people as well. You could have, like, it could be a group of friends, a group of colleagues, for instance. There is a mutual attraction here. You would find this person attractive too, or in the very least, you would feel some sort of connection to them in some way. They are very attracted to you, like very, very attracted to you. But I also feel like there's a certain amount of, I don't want to say camaraderie, but that's the word that I heard. It's like you guys mesh really well, and it feels like you're very different, but you mesh really well anyway. So this person could be different from you in the sense that they are a different culture, or they are just very different from you in every sense of the word, physically, emotionally speaking, but it doesn't seem to matter because that attraction is still there. And there could be flirtation already in place with this person. I also feel like you know exactly who this person must be already. Like, I feel like you came in with this intention of knowing, I think it's this person watching me, and I am almost certain of it, and you're coming to realize that that's true, because I feel like you want this to be a certain someone, and it is the someone you think it is. There's very mutual energy here. We have the High Priestess, and we have the Sun. Now, what's interesting is that this, for someone watching too, the energy has shifted a little bit, and this person's saying that all of these feelings of taking action upon you were in the past, and I should have taken action, and I chose a different route. And because they didn't take action upon you then, they do long for reunions almost here with you, but they feel sort of pulled in different directions now, this person who watches you, and they feel a little bit helpless to create change. They're also not really appreciating the cycle of life that they're in right this moment, even though there are things for them to be grateful for, jobs, family commitments, you know, a lot of abundance. They have a lot to be grateful for, but they don't see it because they do focus a lot on missed opportunities with you in the past as well. As we move into the center of the reading with the Lover's energy, there is an element of, let me just get a different deck here. There is an element of decision that they have to make when it comes to this consistent thought that they have of you. And they fuel this consistency. They fuel this obsessive energy a little bit because they're continually watching your social media. We have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And we have the Eight of Cups. Now, what's interesting is that the person that watches your social media says that you walked away from the connection or from the opportunity because they just delayed too long. And again, I feel like there's a mutual emotional investment here from you, but they just waited too long to bring forward their truth. And so you got tired of the wait and you moved forward. And because of that, they're sort of facing the consequences of their actions now. The delays have created certain consequences that they now have to face in the now, which caused these decisions to make. Again, perhaps between two people, so take that as it resonates to your situation. They just feel like they're thinking more critically now. It's like they didn't see what was sitting right in front of their face then, or they didn't have the strength back then. And now that they're watching your social media and they're seeing what they're missing, now they're realizing, oh, maybe I do have the strength to tap into, but because that attraction's still there. They still have this longing for reunion and longing for connection. And watching your social media has inspired that. But now they're faced with new challenges. They're not just faced with delays and insecurity, they're faced with new challenges. But this person watches often because they dream and fantasize about creating clarity and bringing their feelings finally to the surface to reveal them. Because even with the Three of Cups, you can see they're all dancing under the moon, which means that they repressed a lot of their emotions even when you guys were together, hanging out, friends, for instance. And so they watch your social media because they like to fuel the possibility of what could have been and what could still be if they took certain steps towards you, because they are thinking about communicating with you. But they're also thinking about sort of the cause and effect of that action and what happens to their present realm if they take that leap of faith. Because this death sometimes comes at a bit of a cost. And there's the Lovers. So there does seem to be, for someone watching, this person that's spying on your social media, they could be attached, for instance, in another connection, because they are really focused on the fact that heading towards this attraction means an ending of some kind, but also precipitates a brand new start. And they're very tempted by you. You can see he's handing Eve this apple, very tempted by you. But there's something that get in the way. They almost feel like they're too late sometimes when they spy on your social media. Whatever they're seeing, again, this could be a very mirrored situation between the two of you. You could be in a new life cycle of your own. And that's what they're viewing on social media, which fuels this attraction, which is still in place, but also fuels this epiphany of like, oh my gosh, I should have acted. Oh my gosh, am I too late? And these are all lessons that they're now sitting upon, that their higher self is taking in and using to help them hopefully light a fire the next time they feel similarly, or to create change in their situation. But here's the Nine of Cups, back of deck, and the High Priestess. This person that's spying on you, I feel like they have so much to be grateful for, but there's a smugness about this person. It's like they're collecting trophies. So you may have found that they kind of had a bit of arrogance to them a little bit in the past too. But again, that arrogance is feigning fear. It's just a mask. It's just a scapegoat for fear ultimately. because this person had feelings for you in the past and they just didn't have the courage to bring it forward, or they weren't sure how they were going to be matched in that moment. And now they think about that consistently as they watch you, and they still wish upon you. That's the thing. They secretly kind of, it's like you're far away. It's like they're still rooting for you. They're still wishing upon you, even though you're far away from them. Because although they wish for communication and they wish things were different, that's what it feels like so strongly. Is I just wish things were different, but it feels like wishful thinking because they feel helpless to actually create the clarity. And so now sometimes they fantasize about just creating clarity and nothing else. It's like, should I just bring my feelings forward? Should I just come forward and say, this is how I felt in the past? But they are feeling helpless to do that. And they feel like, again, there's the Five of Cups again. They feel like it's too late. Like they've already lost you to another realm. Why are they watching Pile 2 social media, please? You have here evolution, earth changes, climate changes, and transformations. Because they want to, it's almost like they're torturing themselves a little bit. They want to see how you've evolved and how you've grown. And it's almost like they're looking for clues of dissatisfaction. But I feel like you portray a very beautiful image on social media, whether that's true or not. You portray a very beautiful and abundant image here. Look at how abundant, and she's pregnant, and there's just so much joy. And so it's kind of like it tortures them a little bit. I just saw the search, feeling lost, confused, and lonely. And we have the dream. Something is revealed, insight and breakthrough. And they had that epiphany after the fact. It's like they took too long to delay their action towards you, and then they've had that epiphany, and now you are this sort of dream that's beyond their scope. And I will say, I just saw the feeling lost, confused, and lonely card, and that triggered a message from Spirit about why they habitually look on your social media. And they do this because they are, in fact, feeling really unsatisfied in their realm. And so instead of turning that gaze inward to question themselves, where is the root of that seated, they are looking outside of their realm to situations even beyond their control that are familiar, that they can create sort of a narrative of control around. We do have ocean of eternal love, healing, creativity, and fertility. And I feel like there was a really deep friendship or connection here. The two of you really did mesh well, and there could be soulmate energy. This could be sort of a resurgence of a past life connection that gave you further opportunities and further lessons, because this person is claiming to have a very strong emotional attachment to you. So this is not just a crush situation. This is someone who knew you, who knows you. I feel like it's in separation at this time. In the very least, an emotional separation. What are they watching? Why are they spying on Pile 2? We have here Horse, Spirit, freedom is yours. And they spy on you because they always question the choices that they made. They torture themselves with this spying because they see abundance with you, but they're not feeling abundance in their realm. And we have here Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. It was coming out reversed. And back of the deck is Know Your Worth, Skunk Spirit. As soon as I saw the badger, I heard this old quote that my cousin used to say all the time, where he'd say, have you ever come face to face with a badger? Well, they're very fiery tempered. And there's something about the jealousy that gets riled up while they're watching your social media, because they feel like you've moved into a very abundant cycle, and they wish that they would just wish they could be a part of that cycle. Let's get some message cards. What are some of the thoughts that this person is having as they're watching Pile 2's social media? I will say, for someone watching that, I see this High Priestess, and they may have gone to some sort of psychic or tarot reader, for instance. The pressure is building. This card came out in Pile 1 too, which is interesting. The pressure is building to communicate with you. They have to sometimes tame that desire to kind of go out on a limb and fish for information. Let's build together, but it's reversed, so they feel like new foundations have been formed, and they feel like they could have built with you. It's like we could have had it all. We could have built a lot together if we had chosen to build together. I want back into your life, and I will never stop hoping for us. They don't have a lot of expectation. And they they want communication, but they are very critically thinking about the consequences of that. So I don't feel like they will necessarily apply force at this moment to create clarity here. This is heartbreaking. The only thing that makes me happy is you. And it really does speak truth to this sense of like, I'm not seeing anything else of good when I'm focused and really obsessively watching your social media. It makes me kind of turn my back or my gaze against all the other things that I am abundant in life. I'm holding myself back. And it says mirrored soul paths. So if they're in a new cycle, you may find yourself in a new cycle too. Soulmates. Somehow I'm going to make this happen. And the back of the deck says, oh, you're all grown up now. You're all grown up. You've evolved out of this sort of playful, flirtatious energy. You've moved into perhaps a very abundant cycle in your life. And although they may be in a very mirrored cycle, they're not finding the satisfaction that they're seeing portrayed in your social media at this time. Let's get a couple of message cards here. What are some of the thoughts that this person that is spying on Pile 2 social media having during these? I want a fresh start with you. They're being inspired by what you're posting to be included in that image. And listen to your heart. They can't talk to you about how they feel, or they never expressed, but they felt like they'd sent you soul messages. You are my everything. I think of the Ten of Cups with that as well. So they feel like they could find a lot of emotional happiness with you. Or they could have in the present. They feel like if they had just followed their path with you, that they would find themselves very satisfied in the present. We have Ace of Pentacles reversed. They are thinking about communicating with you, but they get stressed out just thinking about it, because it could create huge possibilities for the two of you, but also a lot of havoc once we close off old cycles to open up new ones. And I need time for me. So Four of Swords, the sense of needing to retract. And I feel, honestly, they feel very dissatisfied in their life. It's like they feel overwhelmed by burdens or responsibilities, and they just need to turn that gaze inward to understand where that dissatisfaction is coming from, because it's not coming from the people in their life. Other people can't really do that to us. It's about an internal dissatisfaction that they're feeling. And we have now is not the time. But I just want you all the time. So it's, even though now is not the time, it doesn't matter. They just want you all of the time. So this person is stuck on you, Pile 2. Let's get a charm bowl, please. What was the last thought that this person had about Pile 2 in the bowl today? Oh, heartbreak. Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, both reversed. And the World. Unfinished business here is what they thought about. It's like, what if I step outside of my comfort zone and bridge that gap and create clarity? What if I take a leap of faith? That's what they were thinking about this unfinished business here, and almost a bit of an apology. It's like they want to come forward and say, I'm sorry that I didn't act upon what we could have built, what we could have invested in. And it's like they thought about this apology that they wanted to bring forward to create clarity for you, because they feel like they did a big disservice for you by keeping you in the dark about their true feelings. And they felt like they had a chance. They're like, I was so close yet so far away to getting the fulfillment that I want. We have the Sun ruin. I think about Leo energy, and we have here the Five of Pentacles. So if you were the Sun, they did not feel good enough for you in that moment. And so this Five of Pentacles could be, again, separation as well. And they're empty honey cells, so it's like potential lost, unfinished business. We have Sagittarius energy with the gecko. I think of also the Emperor, so Taurus energy, and there's a sense of protection around you. So they are guarding their intention or their focus of you. Cancer energy, you versus you, and I can is reversed, and we have Divine. They don't feel like they can. they feel helpless. And that's the problem with the Four of Cups, is it communicates to us that we're helpless. But we have to come over the top and say, watch me. It's like, watch me escape that prison then. And that's what they're battling with. It's not an insurmountable situation. It's just that they feel helpless. So it becomes a helpless situation. We do have a nickel here from 1998. I think about work. I think about family units as well with the beaver, and I think about May and the 5th of any month. We have the mermaid reversed, so there's a temptation here, and she's the black mermaid, so there's a sense of like the death energy of like, if I surrender to this call, I'm gonna have to deal with some endings before I experience a brand new beginning. And so we also have children, a little girl on a bicycle, and it's reversed, so somebody who didn't take action when they were children or when they were very young. Also, children could be a factor at this point too. All right, pile, whoops, almost gotcha. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it did, be sure to drop me that comment in the comments section and hit your notification bell so that I can give you opportunity to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my other accounts for Etsy for a personal reading, for Instagram, for instance. But I do hope that you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a very beautiful day. Hello, pile number 3, you were drawn to the quartz point here, or to the Muse Tarot, and this is your reading. Who is secretly spying on your social media, and why are they doing that? So please take the messages as they resonate and leave behind those that don't feel right to you today. I am dealing with the collective energy. Why are they spying, or who is spying? Whoops, who is spying on pile 3's social media, and why are they doing that? The Nine of Swords has already come out of the deck with the Wheel of Fortune. So, and the Nine of Swords is coming out sideways because I feel like things are in a bit of stagnation with this person. We have the Wheel of Fortune as well. Who is spying on your social media? We have the Nine of Cups. Oh, this person is crushing hard on you. My goodness, the Lovers, the Knight of Wands. They could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius coming in. And we have this Nine of Swords with the Wheel. And they are just, they want to take action towards you. They feel kind of impulsive towards you as well with this Lover's energy. They feel very attracted to you. You have the High Priestess. Who is spying on your social media? And we have the Three of Wands. Back of the deck is the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, Ace of Swords, there's the Four of Cups. Now, for someone watching, and this is not a message for everyone, this person feels very drawn to you and very impulsively sexual, especially towards you, but it feels kind of out of their league or out of their reach for some reason, and it could be because of their position. You could know this person from the work realm, for instance, with the Hierophant here with the Four of Cups, and they could be somebody who is a little bit of your superior. That's not for everyone, but this person, especially if you know that message is for you or you have your suspicions, they could be a boss, for instance, or somebody who works over you a little bit. And that's a conflict. So they are concerned about stepping outside of that conflict, and they feel a little bit helpless. That's why they're sort of waiting and watching as opposed to acting towards their impulses, because they are afraid for their position in some way. And it's like they have to take a leap of faith in order to achieve success here, but they're kind of concerned about perhaps the opinions of other people along that path too. So you could know them from the work realm. That's not for everyone, but you could know them from the work realm. I'm going to get a different deck here. Who's watching it? And they overthink a lot when it comes to you. You make them really nervous, this person. But I feel like you click really well with this person too. It's just that they're worried about the domino effect of moving forward. part of that domino effect can be a lot of abundance, because sometimes they fantasize about that very thing. It's like they teeter between logic and the attraction. So they teeter between this passionate fantasy of expansion and it moving into even commitments with you, but then they also worried about their ego will come in and say, well, what about the effect it'll have on this realm, this practical realm that you're concerned about, and the opinions of other people that come through too. The problem is, or the solution is the fact that their attraction to you and the connection that they feel with you sort of trumps the opinions of other people sometimes, to be honest. Because they're really, really focused on you. This is not just a one-off where they just check your social media once and they're like, oh, they're on Facebook. No, this is somebody who's like, they know exactly, they don't even have to finish typing. They just have to type the first letter of your name and your name would automatically come up on the search bar, because they do it so often. Because it's a rumination with the Nine of Swords. They're doing it often. They're overthinking. And all of this, it's like the wheel's just turning. It's not getting us anywhere, but the wheel's just turning right now. Because they have to be critical or logical about their impulses, because if they don't, it's going to have some sort of domino effect. So they hold how they feel close to their chest. And I don't want to say they're a secretive person, but they're a little bit mysterious in that sense. Like they don't give that away. There could be a little bit of flirtation, but they're more mysterious about that. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Five of Wands. And this person is presenting as someone very, very logical and very authoritative. But when it comes to you, that gets very disarmed. This person wears masks around you. And it's interesting because it's like physical masks. Like you would have had to wear masks in the environment that you knew this person. So again, the work realm, perhaps the school realm, but I'm feeling very strong connection to the work realm here. And they almost enjoyed that aspect of the mask wearing, the physical mask wearing in that realm, because they felt like they were able to hide their attraction a little bit more. It like took the weight off of them because it hid some of their physical features. So they felt like they could hide behind some of that. You have the King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Whoops. And we have on the floor a big explosion, but we do also have these three cards showcasing themselves. The Justice reversed, the Five of Pentacles reversed, Three of Swords reversed, and the Justice is position. Again, it can even be in the law field that you work in, but the Justice reverse is like, this is not a fair situation because I'm so attracted to this person, but because of the element of the practical realm that we know each other, I can't act upon it. I can't act upon how I feel. So this work connection, it could also have added complications. Again, this is not a message for everyone, but added complications that it's not just the work realm that gets in the way or the opinions of other people within that realm, but it's other foundations that they may be a part of that they've invested in where they don't want to cause pain there. They don't want anyone to get hurt. And so there's almost an apology coming forward of like, I would act. I want to act. You're someone that I'm very inspired to act towards, but I just can't at this moment. It just feels like very restrictive and I can't act towards what I want. Because they're just juggling way too much at this time. Again, that message isn't for everyone. This person is claiming to have a lot of emotional connection to you too. So it's like you've known this person for a while, long enough to build up an emotional rapport. But they're a little bit mysterious. They do hide some of their emotion from you and from everyone in general. But with you, it's a little bit more difficult because, again, those masks really helped. We have the Sun and we have the Three of Wands. Back of the deck is the Judgment and the Three of Pentacles. There's the World. They are watching your social media, though. And when they watch your social media, it does inspire them to take some sort of impulsive risk. They feel it's like they are tempted to do something outside of their logical realm when it comes to you, that you inspire impulsive energy and you inspire impulsive acts. But again, the foundation, the work realm, the home realm even could be an application here too, gets in the way of that. It gets in the way of them actually acting upon this desire to have a new start, because the Judgment speaks about, how can I create change here? somebody who wants to go back to the drawing board, somebody who wants a fresh new start. Because this Three of Wands, that's what they fantasize about. And that's why they're watching. They're like, where could this go? These two ships here. It's like if we just could communicate how we truly feel, where could this go? Really strong emphasis on Leo energy in the future position here too. And this person does, as they watch your social media, they do think about coming forward with that truth. And there's almost, honestly, there's a momentum that it might slip out. It's like they might not be able to stop themselves from keeping those masks on. They might give in to the impulse and the attraction, and they might bridge that gap and reveal some sort of action towards you. Who is watching pile 3 social media? We have here spiritual connection, a relationship and connection that goes beyond this lifetime and might defy a little bit of logic as well. So if you do mesh really, really well with someone at work, for instance, and you guys just, it's like somebody would call them your work husband or your work wife or vice versa, or, you know, there's a sense of that. Wagging tongues sometimes surrounding this person and you. We have the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. And that's what they're viewing online is just a perception. It's just a version of events that we want people to see. You know, we only express online what we want other people to see. And so what they see here and what they view online is not necessarily the truth of how you feel or the truth of your situation. And that's why they need to shift their focus back to love. Because when they don't do that, they get flooded with all of these fears and insecurities and jealousies and fears of competition, which impede them a little bit. Back of the deck says, do something for someone, give your attention to another, number 41. And I feel like this is somebody who does give you quite a bit of attention in the realm that you're in. As I said, there's a really strong connection, but you make them really nervous when you are around them because their attraction to you is very strong. Who is spying on your social media and why? We have here Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured. And there's a sense of them not expressing how they feel, but it's kind of going off a vibration. It's like they're trying to express how they feel about you by being kind to you or by doing something for you. It's like this person's very generous with you in that environment. So for instance, if they are a superior, maybe they would give you a preferred shift, or maybe they would always, you know, make sure that you're happy with your schedule, for instance. And we have Moth Spirit, surrender now. Back of the deck is Turtle Spirit, which is another surrender energy. It says slow and steady wins the race. 62. I feel like there's a work connection here. There's a certain amount of patience that this person is kind of being forced to surrender to in this moment because they feel really impulsive. But if they act upon this impulsive, they could get burned. They could get burned and face negative consequences. So they're slowing down this momentum and they're keeping their feelings hidden. And even ultimately, they're making the attempt to turn their back on some of that emotion so that they don't get influenced to act impulsively because it could have dire consequences. Who is spying on pile 3 social media, please, and why? We have here, I'm sorry, defenseless, writing past wrongs and uprooting. It's like they don't want to uproot anything. And again, a very mutual connection here, very mutual attraction. So you may know exactly who I'm talking about in this moment. But there's this sense of like apologies of not wanting for anybody to get hurt in the situation. And we have here Whale and Orca Elders, share your song, frequency of sound and diving deep. I feel that there's an element for someone of this person being a superior of some kind, and that's why it says Whale and Orca Elders. They could be a little bit older than you. And this is somebody who has taken a deep dive or has suppressed their feelings, and they feel that pressure. They feel the impulse to come up and express themselves, but that they're fearful. They're fearful of what happens if they do. And so there's a sense of like, will I drown in this emotion if I don't express it soon? Let's get some message cards here. What are some of the secret thoughts that they've had as they've watched pile 3 social media? What are they thinking? What are they thinking as they watch? I stay away, but not because I want to. Like I keep away because I don't want anyone to get hurt, and I don't want anyone to face consequences that are negative. You are the only thing that I lie about. So they have already felt like they've lied about their feelings for you, and they do keep their feelings for you very secret. I want to move into a beautiful life with you. It says, I'm making plans. And I've had sleepless nights when it comes to you. So they tend to check your social media very late, when no one else is up and no one else is around. We have here, my nights are long, yeah, and filled with you. So this person could be an insomniac or a night owl. I surrender to what will be. So although they want to take action, they are afraid to take action because I am stuck in a karmic cycle. So they feel stuck in a karmic cycle. So it could be a karmic relationship, just a karmic loop of insecurity. I'm trying to be strong. And I'm trying to be logical about their next step or their attraction towards you. And that's why they maintain their focus. That's why they maintain it at night on your social media. It says on the back of the deck, you are a secret I keep. Let's get message cards. What are they thinking when they are watching Pile 3 social media, please? This whole twin flame stuff really scares me. And they do, that lover's energy came out right in the center. So they do definitely feel that connection to you. They feel drawn to you. It's like a magnetic attraction. It feels like something is missing without you around. So especially if this is a work connection, if you take a day off, for instance, it just throws everything off that day. Everything just seems uncomfortable. Everything just seems wrong. I've been putting myself first, and I'm seeing that it's only hurting me more. And I've been thinking about proposing to you. So thinking about coming forward and revealing their truth. But it's that domino effect of what happens after. It says, I have an offer for you. It is it's sideways energy. It's not coming out completely confident. And they've thought about taking a trip with you. So when they are fantasizing, when they're watching your social media, they do think about whisking you away on perhaps even a secret vacation. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 3. What was the last thought that this person had about pile 3 in the bowl? They were secretive. These thoughts were very secretive. And the Tower. So the last thought that they had about you, pile 3, was communicating how they truly felt and bringing to light their truth. It's like they had epiphanies about you during some of these thoughts and these moments where they were watching your social media. But the 7 of Swords is them not being honest about their feelings with themselves or other people at the present moment because they're fearful of this Tower energy. They're fearful of this karmic cycle falling over and creating permanent change there. So it's a very secretive energy. We have here Made for an Angel. And we have the cactus. I think of thirst, and there's 2 little flowers on there. So there's a real deep sense of physical desire and attraction here. There is a little chariot. So somebody's making decisions based on children as a factor here. We have Chanel number 5. So this is somebody who thinks that you carry yourself well. They think you're very classy and you deserve the best of everything. They also, it's like you make them feel insecure about how they look, though. It's like you are very attractive to them and they feel insecure about how they look. There's also flirtation that goes back and forth. So there's a communication that gets batted back and forth, because here's the rabbit. It's like flirtation, exploration gets batted back and forth. So communication of a flirting energy. I will hold you in my heart until I hold you in heaven. And the blocked heart chakra with the starfish. There's this feeling of healing. And with this energy, I do think of old cycles ending. It's like somebody in heaven watching over you, but also this person who feels propelled and feels really compelled, I should say, to say something, but then they are holding it back, blocking out that heart chakra. We have the present here, somebody who's generous with you. They could also perhaps give you gifts around Christmas time. And we have the elephant. So this person has felt a certain strength of energy towards you for a really long time. There's endurance here, there's stamina. There's also leadership in association with this person. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, your like button, and drop me that comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my other links below for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, for Instagram, where I do offer an opportunity to win a free mini read on occasion, so be sure to check me out there. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.